All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. um,
Well.
Welcome back, guys, to Homeboy FM episode 2.
Yeah, we finally came up with a name, nigga. Yeah.
Um, there is no, I don't know the title of this, but you'll see it once it's posted. But welcome back for week number 2. First episode was last week. Did pretty well, I feel like, in my opinion, especially with no promo or no push or like not really telling people ahead of time. More so just putting something out there. So I think that it went really well, and it seems like a lot of people liked what they seen. Um,
Shout out to the number ones.
uh, Outside of that, the only thing to do going forward is to bring better quality video. Yeah. So all we can do is just get better at this. But anyways, I'm Boogie. This is
Herb.
and this is Homeboy FM. And yeah, we just sit here and we just chit chat about whatever the hell happened throughout the week for us or whatever we feel like talking about. How was your week so far?
Obviously, I mean, I'm always gonna say I'm always blessed. You know, I can't complain.
Yep.
I'm just glad it's hot. You know, I've been tired of this wishy-washy ass weather.
Oh, for sure.
You know, besides the rain, which I'm cool with, because you know I need my grass to stay green. We good. I will say, I have realized. Quick thing. After we recorded the first pod, we went to a concert. Let me tell you something.
Hey.
That Baby Keem concert was fun, right? Shout out to Baby Keem and Kendrick. That I guess I'm too old now because I don't understand. I can't be sitting in general at Mission no more. I need to be sitting somewhere where I'm put away.
Put up is crazy.
I need to be put away. I need to be put
up is
I need to be
crazy.
looking down at people. I need to be sitting somewhere where I could casually go over. I could go get me something to drink, something to eat. I could go. I could look at a TV and watch the concert if I want.
That's crazy.
I need the sweet. I need to go back to the sweet life.
Nah, man.
Okay.
Being in the pit, that's all for me.
Hey, listen.
It's something about just that atmosphere, being with the people, really just vibing. I mean, obviously the pushing is not fun. Like, I'm not advocating for like the pushing and stuff, but just the atmosphere down in the pit is, to me, is fun. Like, you really get to connect with other people that really enjoy the same music that you enjoy. We could do without the pushing. If you didn't have all the pushing and people were able to just still just be hyped in their own little small centimeter space, the concerts would be enjoyable. But the pushing stuff, man, it wears you down.
Bro, we were traveling in that motherfucker
It
too.
wears you
Bro,
down, man.
I was done. My back was hurting.
Yeah.
My feet hurt. Listen, standing up at a concert, we were there for like what, 3-4 hours?
Nah, it wasn't that long. It started at 8:30 and ended at like 10:30, 11.
10:30,
So
11? Man,
so
it
like
felt
2.5
forever.
hours. Yeah, I mean, it took him a while to come out. I think he didn't come out until like 9.
Yeah.
I think we got there at like 7:30 ish, and we
Yeah.
still weren't even like front of the pit. It was more so we had a good viewing of him. Like, we could actually see him. We didn't have to like use our phones to zoom in to actually like see him, so we could see him from where we were. And being in the pit, we kind of wiggled our way through. Shout out to Adrian. I don't know how he made it to the front. That man made it to the front through all that chaos.
Him and his boys.
I somewhat made it to the front, but I kept getting pulled back. But yeah, man, something about that pit. It definitely wears you down. I'm not for all the making a big open circle and punching people
Oh,
type
the
mosh
mosh pit
pit.
shit,
I'm
bro.
not for
I
the
don't
mosh
get that
pit.
shit at all.
Nah, bro, you're not about to hit me in my face
Bro,
and think it's okay.
I don't know if you saw. Did you see that chick? She got fucking mollywopped. Big dog, and I swear to you, she had a dude with her.
Probably.
And I couldn't find the dude. I
Yeah.
was looking for the dude. I saw her. She was on the ground. I think she got trampled.
Yeah, I can't.
But it was like a wave. It's like the way the pushing was working. You felt like you were in the ocean.
Yeah.
First off, with all the grown men who are fucking sweaty as hell.
Yeah.
So it's just water everywhere. On top of that, you got people throwing water at everybody, trying to keep them cool. The atmosphere. Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Right.
I definitely like that aspect of like jumping, having fun, singing the songs. That's cool.
It just needs to be a little bit more controlled.
I don't need all the pushing shit. I don't need all this extra shit going on. Cause listen, man, I know plenty of people definitely lost some clothing.
Oh yeah, I almost lost a shoe.
Some glasses.
I almost lost a shoe on there.
Boy, you know how pissed off I'll be if I lost my shoe.
But no, yeah, the Keem concert was fun. Yeah. Shout out to Ferris too. His friends and family, anywhere, everywhere. That was fun also. So I know you didn't go, but going to a concert and then going to a party directly after, I was definitely tired. I don't think I made it home until like 3 a.m. or something like that. But that was an eventful Sunday because we shot the podcast and then 2-3 hours later went to the concert. I think he went back home and then I went to a party after that. So it was just nonstop after the podcast. So yeah.
I would have been right with you at the party, man. It just, bro, my social battery got just killed after all that pushing shit. And then we were drenched, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, it looked like we just came from doing the hill or something.
It was so hot in there and
I felt bad sitting inside your seat.
Yeah, it was hot. It was definitely really hot in there. Jumping around didn't help. But yeah, it was fun. That was my first concert in a little while. I can't remember.
What was the last concert you went to? Did you go to
the last concert I think I went to?
It was out of state, right?
Was Beyonce last year, I think.
Oh, okay.
September-ish or something like that.
I was thinking Don Toliver.
No, that was a couple years ago.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think I want to say it was either Beyonce or Pusha T. But I think it was Beyonce because we drove to Chicago. I went with my wife to Chicago for that. The Pusha T one, I can't remember if that
was like 2 years ago.
Okay, so yeah,
that was
Beyonce.
fun.
It was the Beyonce thing.
The one that was in the same room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like 2 years ago.
Cool. The Pusha was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to more concerts this summer. There's 3 or 4 other artists coming that I want to check out.
Hit me with that list.
So coming here, you got Freddie Gibbs, you got Kid Cudi, and you got Earl Sweatshirt.
Oh, now we want to go to Kid Cudi?
I don't know if I want to go to Cudi.
I want to go to Cudi.
Tickets are cheap for the lawn. They're like $30. So,
but is the lawn like kind of calm, or is that still the same thing?
The lawn is up in Fishers. Is that the events play or the concert thing
in
Fishers? So it's way bigger. It's a lot calmer. And with the hill, at least the further back you are, the higher up you are. So you could definitely still see over people. And there's so much empty space or space in general that you wouldn't have to worry about people jumping all over you or anything. So I'll probably go to all 3 of those. Definitely Freddie Gibbs for sure. And then I want to go to Don Toliver, but the problem with the Don Toliver concert is the closest cities would be Chicago, Detroit, or Columbus, but they're all on weekdays. So I think Columbus is on
Thursday.
Columbus is on a Tuesday, and Chicago's on a Thursday. And Chicago would be the preferred place to go, but it's an hour extra away, so it's like 3 hours away. But you lose an hour on the way back because they're an hour behind us. So yeah, it's a long day for sure, especially for it to be a weekday. And then Columbus is only like 2.5. You don't have to worry about time changes, and it's probably not going to be as hectic as far as like parking and prices because it's a smaller city. So I don't know. I'll figure it out.
It's always cool going to Columbus too, though. I mean, at least to me, like
definitely. I haven't been in a while, but
I guess being a kid from Chicago, I'm not against going to Chicago like
Hmm.
for a concert or for an event. If I could just try to avoid the chaos and
Yeah,
the scenarios that I can avoid, I would like to do that as much as I can.
exactly. No,
Yeah,
Chicago's a vibe.
because I'm gonna be pissed off if somebody like broke in my shit.
But I would rather do a concert in Chicago on a Saturday or a Sunday than a weekday. Because
True,
that's
true.
just a
Because I
lot.
need I need 2 days there. It's so far. I need a day to rest. I need a day of rest.
And even if it was like on a Saturday night, at least I know I'm off on Sunday, so I could just relax on Sunday.
Yeah,
Like
you don't
it
gotta
being
like get up early to
and
to
go
head
to
out.
work or something. Yeah,
I
I
get
have to
that.
come straight back. But yeah, I'll figure it out. But those are the four other concerts I want to go to this year that are at least three of those are in Indy, and then the Don is the only one that's out of the city. So those will be tight. Those will be fun. It seems like the city is getting more and more concerts, which is cool. I know we get skipped over a lot, but yeah, concert. Yeah, last weekend was cool. I mean, we launched the podcast, went to the concert. Um, Work week was cool. Um, I mean, I have no complaints about my week. I mean, I've been going to the gym, so I've been a lot more sore. I'm currently sore right now, but I took the last 2 days off from the gym. I think I'll go back today, if not tomorrow, to get back to it. Um, but yeah, I have no complaints um about my week. What about you?
No, I don't got no complaints, man. I need to I, I need to figure out if I'm gonna have some extra chicken made, and I'm gonna drop you and your wife some off. I
Man,
was
I thought you was talking about
bro
money when you said chicken.
nah.
You talking about actual food.
Nah, man. I was talking about the food, man.
I'm thinking you
Bro,
talking about
my
cash.
grilling skills have elevated now.
I bet.
I've acquired I think I've found my way of cooking,
Nice.
so I'm happier now with that.
It almost seems like when you get a home, it's like you get unlock a level of cooking on the grill that you didn't know you achieved until you had your own home.
Well, nigga, everything's expensive, so you start like, hey, I need to cut some costs down. Let me go ahead and figure out what to do.
Get the little $20 Walmart grill, put the little dogs on there.
Mm-mm.
The
Yep,
little,
you can't do that. Not the $20 one. Mm-mm.
you gotta start
That's the
somewhere.
midget joints, the
Yeah.
midget grills. Nah, you can't be doing the little
the
joints.
little 10
Nah.
joints.
Nah, that's like for like you cook the like the kids hot dogs on.
We got a Blackstone, so that Blackstone definitely be.
Oh yeah, y'all got all the toys over there, man.
We got the Blackstone.
I probably could
so
borrow something and y'all never notice it.
that Blackstone will get the job done for anything.
I'm telling you, man, you got to go ahead and just like open the garage door and just do it. Like just start cooking, no shirt,
I'm good.
just apron on, no shirt. Assert some dominance there to the
They
neighborhood.
don't care
You
about
gotta
that.
assert some dominance out to the streets.
Yeah, they don't care about no dominance in that. Fucking HOA, get me out of there. Dominance if I want to. HOA was not. Oh, speaking of neighborhoods, so 2 days ago, I get home, and for
Oh, shit.
those of y'all that like clothing, I don't even know if I told you this. Those of y'all that like clothing, Supreme drops stuff every Thursday. Typically within a day or two, your stuff gets shipped, right? So I ordered two random accessory things from Supreme because why? Because why not? Had a little bit of extra little cash. I was like,
Extra
oh, these
chicken.
little items are whatever. I bought the Supreme tape, the accessory, the Supreme tape. I bought two different kind. It was like a red Supreme
Like duct
logo
tape?
tape. Yeah, I bought red Supreme logo tape, and then there was like a Last Supper tape or something like that I bought. I was like, oh,
insane.
the
Got
Last
some
Supper
holy
tape.
tape.
Yeah, some holy tape. So I bought the tape, right? They were like $15 a piece. I was like, oh, a little knickknack, like add to the little collection in the little gaming entertainment room. Why not, right? I ordered it. It gets delivered on Friday. Come home Friday. No packages on the door. So I'm like, naturally, I'm like, okay. My wife gets home before me. I'm gonna just ask her if she brought the packages in.
Right.
She was like, no, they should be at the door. I didn't grab them. They should still be at the front door. I seen them when I checked the mailbox. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty normal. Like typically, she doesn't always just grab the packages. They're just sitting at the door. So naturally, when I get home, I see the packages when I'm pulling in the driveway, and I'll just grab it. I go back out there. I don't see the packages. So now I'm just like, okay, maybe she forgot that she actually grabbed them and she just put them somewhere by the front door or the kitchen or something. So I'm looking, I don't see them. I'm like, hey, are you sure you grabbed the packages? Are you sure they're out there? I don't see anything. She was like, yeah, they should be by the front door. Now, in my neighborhood, and I think most brand new neighborhoods that are being built wherever you are, a lot of these new neighborhoods come with houses that have a Ring camera on front. So every house in my neighborhood has a Ring camera on their front door. We have one on our front door and our back door, and we have another one in another spot that I don't care to tell y'all. But just know we have cameras around my house, so I can see everything. I know when stuff is delivered. I know when people are walking up, walking past. All of that, I can see all that from my phone. So I check the camera, and I see that UPS delivered it, and it was sitting there. So I'm watching, bruh. Three little kids stole the packages.
Wow. You know something? My mind, you might find this funny. My mind went to like a dog grabbed the package for some reason. Like I imagine they put it in like a not a box, but like a bag.
It was
And
in
like I
two
imagine
bags.
the dog grabs it and just walks away.
It was in two separate bags, gray bags. It almost looked like Amazon packages.
Okay.
In the video, because I was screen recorded it. In the video, you see the kids like thinking about what they're going to do. One kid tries to run off to the side of the front door. I can still see him on my camera, but he tries to go to the side of the house, runs up, looks dead in the camera, takes the packages and runs. Now this kid's a little chunkier, he's a little heavier, so he runs out of breath. He's like, at this point, he.
But he could even pull off a Pink Panther step if he could. Damn.
At this point, the kid literally is walking back across the street because he's tired, and then I see them just walk off in the distance. Now I'm pissed because hey, I've been living in this neighborhood for 3 years, brand new neighborhood. We're the first owners of the house. Never have any issues in my neighborhood at all.
And a little fat motherfucker
And
stole
I'm
your
like,
package.
bro, this little fat kid stole my package. So at this point, I'm pissed, right? Granted, it was only like a $40 order or something. It's just the principle that, hey, I don't bother nobody. I don't bother anybody at all. I just want my tape, bro. You stole tape. I just want my tape back. I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna open the package, see that it's tape, they're gonna bring it back, or they just gonna do whatever. So I walk around the neighborhood. I don't see these kids. I'm thinking to myself, there's not too many of my neighbors that have kids in this neighborhood. So I'm gonna see them eventually. Like, but in the meantime, I'm gonna just file a claim with Supreme and UPS and just get my little $50 back. It's just tape at the end of the day. Like, move on. So I'm going about my day. At this point, I'm like making beats or something on the computer, and then my wife is like, "Hey, there's that kid," and it was the kid that stole it, and he's like riding a bike. So I'm like, okay. So I go outside and I'm walking. Mind you, my car wasn't there when they stole it. So they just thought that nobody was at home, but my wife was at home and her car was in the garage. So I seen that they went to the park. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. And they're like off their bike at this point and they're playing. So at this point, I'm talking to my neighbor. I said, hey, these kids behind your house, they stole something from my front porch. Can you just let me know if they leave? I'm about to go get my car and wait on them. So I go get my car, and I'm like parked in the area that they were playing in. And it was getting dark outside. The streetlights came on, so I knew they naturally, most black kids, hey, when them streetlights come on, that means bring your ass inside. Like, get your ass home. Typically, I can't speak for other races or anything, but I know for most black people, when that streetlights come on, you damn near need to beat the streetlights for real. The streetlight is the last indicator that it's too late to be outside. You damn near should be beating the streetlights, or your ass is gonna get whooped. And so naturally, I'm waiting. Okay, and they finally get on their bike, and I'm waiting to see if he passes by my car to make sure he has the same exact outfit on. So I'm like, okay, I got my guy. So I'm letting them get further down the street, and I'm slowly creeping up. At this point, they notice my car, and they're pedaling pretty fast. It's three of them total. It's two boys and a girl.
Was the saxophone music playing?
I should have been playing them damn saxophones. I should have. Funny thing you say that, though. So I finally see what house they go to, and it's one of the houses that I was thinking of to begin with that they could live at. At this point, they're like jumping off the bikes and running in the house. So I'm thinking to myself, either they know that they took from me and they're just trying to get in the house really fast, or they're just being kids and they're just dumping their bikes in the front yard and running in the house.
They out here thinking of a plan.
So they live in a cul-de-sac. So I park my car to the point where if I need to get back in and pull off, I could just pull off. I get out, walk up to the house. The kids answer the door. And I'm like, hey, is there a parent or like your mom or dad or anybody older that's here? Can I talk to them? And they're just like, oh, no, we're here by ourselves. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, y'all all are like under the age of 10. Y'all not there by yourself. Not to say that kids don't be at home by themselves, but I'm just thinking to myself, nah, y'all not at home. There's like 10 cars in the driveway. Y'all not at home by yourself. So then they're like, I could tell that the kid is lying to me. So I'm like, oh, well, if you don't have a parent home, I'm going to just call the police. And he's like, oh, wait, why? And I'm like, oh, well, you stole something off my porch, and I got you on video. So if you don't get your mom or dad down here, I'm just call the police on you. So now they're panicking. They're freaking out. And it took about 10 or 15 minutes before I think the big sister came outside or something. And, like, I tell her what happened, and I show her the video. Now, I think they're like African or something like that. They're definitely not American.
They're like Haitian
So
or
at
something?
this point, I think they were like African. So at this point, I could see the fear in the little boy's eye. Like, damn, I'm about to get in trouble, and if the police get involved, like it's probably not gonna be good for me. So the sister's like, hey, what's going on? I saw the video. I'm telling her, yo, he stole from me. Like, I don't know what he did with the packages. I said, hey, I don't want to call the police, but if I don't get my stuff back, hey, a phone call is gonna have to be made. So she's like talking to him. The little kid says, oh, my friends dared me to do it, and they told me they were gonna kill me if I didn't grab your packages. And I said, what?
What kind of friends are these?
I said, bro, y'all like 10. They're talking about killing you over a package? And he was like, no, then he changed the story. He was like, well, they were really saying that they would just hit me if I didn't do it because they dared me to do it. And I really didn't want to do it, but I didn't want them to hit me. And I'm like,
I don't give a damn about none of that. Where's my package?
I'm like, all right, man, I don't want to dismiss the fact that he might be getting bullied, but like at the same time, y'all did some bullshit. So at this point, the sister is like, where's the packages at? Blah, 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 blah. So now we're walking to go find these packages that he stole from me. I guess he gave them to the other friends that he was with, and they did whatever the hell they did with them. So all in all, we get to the house of the other kids. The mom comes out. Another mom. At this point, I think they're Haitian or Jamaican or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So more immigrants, right? And
That's insane.
and I'm like, hey, sorry to bother you because this is like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night now. It's dark outside. And she's like trying to talk to me through the camera. And I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to talk to you through the camera. Bring your ass outside. Like, I need an adult. So she finally comes to the door. And I'm like, hey, sorry to bother you, but this kid stole from my house with 2 other guys. He's claiming that the other 2 guys are your kids. And your kids are the ones that have my property. Do you have the property? So now she's calling her kids down. They're acting stupid. She's yelling at them. The other kid's looking scared and lost. And basically, I was like, yeah, this kid is saying that your kid said that they were going to kill him if he didn't do it. And now the mom is like, oh, my kids would never say that. Like, you're lying, blah, 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 blah. And the little boy is just like, no, they did say it. So now it's just a whole ordeal about who said what. And I'm like, bro, I just want my packages back. So one of the kids brings one of the roll of tape. And they're just like, here you go. And she's like trying to dismiss me. And I'm like, nah, there's another package. So now she's getting pissed off. She's like, where the fuck is the other package? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, they're just like, oh, we don't know. And they were like, and she was like, just go find the package. So to make the story shorter than how long it is, he basically threw the other roll of tape in the woods behind his house. And it took them 20 minutes to find it.
Was it opened?
Yes, the packages was open.
No, like, was the tape open?
Oh, yeah, they definitely unraveled it.
Did they open the Supreme one, but not the, like...
No, they both were Supreme. And
no, I know they were both Supreme, but the one that says Supreme, is that the one they wanted to try to keep?
They both say Supreme on it.
Oh, they do. Okay,
Yeah,
I
so
didn't. I never seen these.
so
So
the
I don't know.
so the red one looks like the box logo. It looks like the box logo.
That's what I was thinking.
And it
of.
has Supreme and like how the logo.
That's the one I
looks.
figured they wanted
And
to
the
keep.
Last Supper one is the same thing, and it says Supreme on it, like the box logo.
Oh, but it has the
But
picture
it
in the
just
background.
but it keeps saying Supreme all
Gotcha,
so the
gotcha.
whole thing says Supreme.
Oh,
But they opened both packages. They took the sticker out, did whatever with the sticker because the sticker came back ripped and discolored in the matter of 2 hours, 3 hours, and the tape you could tell was thrown in the woods because it was wet. It had like grass and stuff all over it. Like he threw it in the woods behind his house to get rid of the evidence, I guess. So at that point, like one of the dads is pulling up and he's like, "Oh, thank you for not calling the police. I really appreciate you. Like I'm so sorry my
I'm gonna need
kids
my
did
money
this."
back.
And I'm like, man, I was just like thinking to myself, what if I was an asshole and really did call the cops? Your parents would be getting fined. It's an offense to open mail. Somebody opens mail. That's illegal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But you could, I don't know if you'll go to jail, but like I imagine.
I think it's like a federal thing if it's like their like a letter of mail and stuff like that.
But you're opening 2 pieces of mail that is not yours, and then you tried to throw it away. So what if I did involve the cops? And then what if y'all weren't like what if y'all were here illegally?
Yeah, well, somebody didn't
That
have
would have
their
been very
papers.
bad. And I would have felt like shit, but it's like,
Now you got the ICE van come pulling
bro.
up.
I was just like, bro.
And then you had to drive home.
Bro.
You had to either rush the fuck home.
Like, bro, imagine getting kicked out of the country or whatever because your kids wanted to steal some tape.
That's insane.
Like insane. But yeah, just I know that story was kind of long and random, but yeah, I was just so just like, man, like I could have been an asshole to y'all and really just called the cops off rip because I have you on camera. I see you walk to your house. I know where you live. I also have them on camera admitting that they like stole it. So it's just like, bro, that would have been so bad for them. But that's how my Friday went. That's probably the most exciting thing that happened to me outside of being sore from the gym. Otherwise, my week was pretty light.
Yeah, I ain't really do much this week.
Yeah.
I just kind of go to work, knock out some other things.
Yeah.
Hang with my family and keep it cool.
Yeah, that's always good. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, man, it's crazy how the weeks will go. I know another topic we were talking about was Jay-Z at the Roots picnic doing the freestyle.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to get too deep into it.
Yeah, we don't have to.
I know you
got
haven't
one
kept
random
up with a lot of the stuff.
though.
Yeah.
I thought this nigga had locks.
He
How
com-
did this
he
nigga?
com-
I
he-
ain't get a fro so fast.
He combed them out.
Oh, you can comb that shit out.
You can comb out
I
locks.
thought you had to I thought you had to cut it. Then you comb it out. or
Nah,
something.
you comb it out. It takes hours, but you just literally start at the root, take a lot of moisturizer, and you just comb it out. You lose a lot of your hair, but he didn't really have too many locks anyway. I think he had like 5 or 6 like really big jumbo
he
locks.
had like the
Yeah, so he probably already had a crazy fro and just combing out the locks. So yeah, shout out to Jay-Z rocking the afro yesterday at the Roots picnic in Philly.
a very black.
Really
very
good,
black thing.
really good
Black,
freestyle.
black.
Definitely shot at some people. I'm not gonna say he shot people, but definitely took some shots at people in response to some things for, the music heads out there that have been paying attention to what's been said by who and what. But he definitely said some shots about a lot of people that we were hoping he would say something about, and it was good to see Jay-Z perform and bring out some of the OGs and just perform some hit classics. If there's anybody like me, you probably wouldn't expect to see Jay-Z live, because he hasn't done a tour in a long time. And just seeing him there, and then I know he's gonna be at Yankee Stadium in like a month or so. I'm sure that was fire to see in person. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Jay-Z.
Do you think that we're in a day and age where a lot of older rappers are trying to still prove that they got it? Not even just rappers, just artists in general. I feel like we're in the stage where a lot of older artists that used to be super hot are still trying to prove that they still got it. It's like that uncle who's like, it's like the group of uncles who try to do that one foot race when they used to be a
Oh
track
my
star and
god,
shit.
bro! I hate seeing
And
people
sometimes,
run.
hey, listen, sometimes they still got it.
It's always
But
somebody that
sometimes
falls, bro.
they check engine like could
Anytime,
pop up.
anytime I see people do a foot race, my mind's instantly like, man, somebody's about to fall on their face. I hate seeing foot races, but uh, I guess you could say that. I don't know if I've noticed it too much. I don't know if I've seen too many OGs really doing it. It just seems like people definitely have been like coming back to like rapping and dropping stuff here and there. Like I know Ti kind of did like a whole rollout of like being like his old self and promoting his last album that just came out a couple months ago, which I thought was tight. I recently seen Paul Wall do a freestyle or song with Yachty and Action Bronson that I think was really good. So shout out to Paul Wall, shout out to Ti, Jay Z. I mean, I guess you could say that there's been some old heads coming back, just proving themselves. I guess not necessarily to try to like prove a point to people, but just to
They're
show
just
people like,
doing
hey,
it.
I still got it.
Yeah.
If I want to do it. So
Like I wouldn't be surprised if like someone like Jim Jones said like try to make a new album.
I feel like he has. Jim Jones is definitely still making music.
Really, I just thought he
when,
was doing his pod stuff and all his other
when-
stuff and just keeping it pushing.
when it was either when Pusha T and Drake were beefing. I think he was taking shots at Pusha T. And that was just like what 2 years ago. So yeah, I mean they're definitely some of them are definitely still doing stuff. Not to say that is good, not to say that is bad, but yeah, some of them are. You could say some of them are still definitely doing it for sure. But yeah, shout out to them. If you got it, you got it. You do it for the love of the music, not because you care about what everybody else thinks.
Speaking of Action Bronson, how do you like Action Bronson? I'm gonna break this down a couple ways.
Okay.
So we're gonna break it down in his fashion sense,
Uh-huh.
and then how do you like him in the music sense, and then when it comes to his music sense, do you prefer him as a like on his own albums, or do you only like him when he's in a collaboration on a song with someone else?
So I like Action Bronson. I don't love everything that he does. Um, I like I like a good amount of stuff that he does, but I wouldn't consider myself a diehard Bronson fan. Some of his lines and some of his rapping kind of bores me. Not to say that he's bad, but it's just not my style. I just feel like he just says like random stuff and tries to make it sound cool. But then there's songs where I feel like he's saying things and it just sounds immaculate. But I think it also could be because of the producer that he's using. So I feel like the beats kind of carry the raps for me personally. As far as fashion takes go, I could care less about any of the New Balance that he does. And I know he talks about a lot about how he feels like he's overlooked in the shoe industry as far as like collaborations and stuff, but those New Balances do not move me at all. There's one or two that I like here and there, but like I could care less.
I was gonna say, I think when it comes to his fashion sense, like New Balance at least, and some of the other shoes, I think he does really interesting work. I think the problem is though his some of his collabs look like other people's collabs. Look like they belong to somebody else.
I can understand that.
Like they look like they belong to like what's his name? The one who has a sponge company. Salehi Benberry.
Yeah.
There's a collaboration like some of the colorways he does. There's shoes of Bronson's that look very similar in colorways.
I can agree with that.
And so I'm like, it just looks like there's something Salehi would have, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't have bought them even if they were Salehis.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's only like one or two colorways I really want, but they're also either too expensive for me now because I found out about them too late, or they are like just not something I'm pressed about getting this second.
Yeah.
Because there's other things I want in more priority.
Yeah. Nah. That's something I talk to people a lot about, especially at work. For those of y'all that don't know, I work at a shoe store, so a lot of these crazy shoes and stuff that come out, my store typically gets. But first things first, shoes are just getting way too expensive.
Facts.
The fact that almost every single shoe that comes out is like 220 or more now is sickening to me.
Bro, did you see the Flight Closet is about to come back out? The Jason Kidd joint?
It's probably gonna be 275 or something stupid.
What was the one? Was it a Flight Closet 2 that had like the two things and it's two straps?
I
can't remember what it was, but I think it's a Jason Kidd shoe.
Yeah.
Those are coming back out and they're supposed to retail for like $240.
Yeah.
I was like, $240?
The thing is,
for a shoe that's gonna hit the outlet?
Yeah, so these shoes aren't even like. The problem is like people like these shoes, but they don't want to pay for them, and I don't blame them because every shoe being $200 plus is insane.
It's tiring
for the quality to not match up. We're getting the same quality that we've been getting for the last 10, 15 years that I've been collecting shoes. And the prices are almost double now. Like, it's too expensive. Imagine having kids that wear adult sizes. Let's say you and your wife like shoes. Y'all got 3 kids. Y'all all wear adult sizes. Think about a release day that y'all all want to shoot. You're spending almost $1,000 on shoes just for you to want more of those same shoes within the next week or two. And sometimes there's like, okay, let's talk about Friday. Two Travis Scotts dropped on Friday. Granted, they were $155, which not bad price. I'm not mad at $150. A $150 shoe that looks good and is pretty popular. Hey, I'm not mad at that at all. It is what it is.
Respectfully, a Jordan 1 used to be cheaper.
And I'm kind of biased because I do get a discount. Not that I get a discount on the crazy stuff, but I do get a discount. So I'm not always paying what a lot of people are paying. But I can't imagine paying the regular price like everybody else. I don't think I would be buying the shoes that I buy. I probably would just stick to Vans like I used to wear in high school because, yeah, Vans are like $120 now. That used to be like $60, $70, which you can still find those pairs here and there for that price. But $200 for the retros that we've had 10 years ago that were like $140, $150, $160, and now they're like $60, $70 more. It gets old, man, and the economy is down. Not to say that everybody's pockets are hurt, but a lot of people's pockets are hurt. But it's like the economy is down. Shoe prices are still rising. We're not really getting anything new that we've never seen before. The quality and the technology isn't really improving that much on most of this stuff that most people want. So it's just like, when is it going to stop?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when it comes to your main, bread and butters, your retros, and we're saying the retros that almost everyone likes. That's obviously going to be a 3 through a 12, retro.
Yeah.
13s, I feel like are hit and miss. I could be wrong.
Hell, people don't even buy retro ones.
Yeah, people aren't buying retro ones.
They don't even buy dunks.
If I see people in ones, they're usually an actual enthusiast
or somebody that's always just like Jordan 1s.
True.
Because even last year and 2 years ago, Asics were hot. Now Asics go on sale. You couldn't even keep an Asic on the wall 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, that black and silver.
And
that
now
was everywhere.
There's Asics everywhere. The current shoe culture is so trendy and it's filled with so many people that are just temporary. That like these brands gotta stop catering to like what these new people want and really tap into what like the true people want that's been supporting them all this time. And I know that might be a little hard to do.
You don't think that's where the collab stuff sits in?
No, because collabs aren't even doing good.
That's true. But you don't think the collabs are what they're trying to
No, because they're collabing with the wrong people and the same people. There's nothing wrong with collabing, but when you collab with the same people for 3 or 4 years that bring you the same palettes or the same style, at some point people get tired of that. At some point collabs don't feel like collabs anymore. They start to feel like a regular release. Most of these collabs nowadays don't feel special. Travis Scott's don't feel special like they used to. Why?
I agree.
When you have stuff like Travis Scott's that come out and people can barely touch them, after a while people stop caring.
Yep.
Same thing with collabs. When you do a collab over and over and over and over, and it's the same 3 or 4 colors over and over and over again, and they do them so frequently, they don't feel special. I remember when I first got into shoes like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and you would get a collab once every 4 or 5 months, if that. Now you got collabs dropping almost every 2 weeks. People don't even know some of these shoes are collabs. They think they're a regular release because it happens so frequently now.
And then they do, and I agree, because then they also start doing where some of the limited releases of a shoe, not even a collab,
Mm-hmm.
look like normal shit.
Yeah.
Like I know John Morant's like at the end of his thing for his threes,
Mm-hmm.
and they got like the last 4 pairs coming out.
Yeah,
And they're
I
supposed
think,
to be limited, I think.
but I think they're supposed to be primary colors for
Yeah,
like
they're primary
for like
colors.
players like school, like people that play for like schools.
But you should have started with that shit in the beginning
Yeah.
to let the kids play in them in high school and shit, and then they'd be good. But now you're at the end of it, so now people who were liking that shoe now, because it's in a primary color they can wear for school, they can't wear that shit. Back in the day, that collection looks like an East Bay pack.
Yeah, but
It
what I will
looks just
say,
like an East Bay pack of like from a Hyper Dunk or something.
but what I will say is that at least with Jaws probably had one of the best basketball shoes by far in a long time. with this
100%.
Jaws 3. And I like the fact that a lot of the colors that he did release were colors that he actually played in, because Nike and other brands do this thing where they'll drop colors and the player will wear a totally different color and people will want it and they can never get it. And I think that's the craziest thing you could do.
I feel like your top Nike players do that.
Nah.
I feel like they always play in the right shit.
They
They might not play it the same day it releases.
My best example, the Booker one. Every single color that Devin Booker
never paid
wore,
attention to Book.
every color that Devin Booker wore that was, and they were all pretty crazy, never dropped to the public.
Okay.
Never.
He's always just wearing a PE or something, and you'll never get
that. And his supporters were never able to get that same.
Do they
shoe.
release something like similar to it? To like,
Nope.
it's like, hey, you can't get this, but you get this.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that
Totally.
never mind.
It's almost like what the public got was the complete opposite of what he was wearing.
Okay.
Whereas,
I was thinking about like LeBron, KD, Kobe.
But at least with
Kobe
KD,
was
Kobe
different.
And LeBron, they would wear colors that the public would get, but they also would wear PEs.
Which is okay. I
Right.
think as a player,
But
you deserve to be able to wear shit you
people
can't
who
get.
have signature shoes, and they don't even wear some of the signature colors that are releasing in stores. They just wear their own thing, and it's just like, okay, well, that's cool, but people want this because they see him in it. Like, why wouldn't you do that? But with the Jaw 3 works because it was cheap, it was comfortable, the colorways were great, and I think also part of me thinks this kind of hurt them a little bit. I don't think they should have made the Jaw 3 a Nike ID right away, because while all these colors kept dropping, they also did a Nike ID where you could customize your own.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it kind of hurt the shoe a little bit in a sense, but it does still seem like that Jaw 3 is everywhere. That's one basketball shoe where I feel like I've seen it out and about in public and online, like on social media. So with the Jaw 3, I think it did really good. It was kind of like the same thing with the AEs, the Anthony Edwards, his first shoe.
AE2s or AE1s?
The ones.
Are we at the 2 or the 3 now?
I think we're at the 3. Are we at the 3? Hold on, let me look. A2.
I know the one that's right out now.
So we're on the 2. We're on the 2.
Is the 2?
Yeah, we're on the AE2. The AE1 did really, really good.
Yeah, okay.
It was cheap.
I like the
The
AE1.
colors
I don't
were
like the
good.
AE2.
Yeah, it was cheap. The colors were really good. He wore the colors that were
Yep.
coming out also. So you got these cheap basketball shoes that $120 or that $100 to $130 range for a basketball shoe is top tier.
Yeah, the KD4 formula. It always
Top
worked.
tier. Anytime that they've done a signature basketball shoe around that price point within the last 10 years, they've worked out really, really good. Kobe sold because Kobe's are Kobe's. Like, people love Kobe. LeBron sold because people love LeBron. LeBron is LeBron. Now, there were some colors that did sit because those were two of the, out of all signature shoes, those two were probably the more expensive, I would say, signatures.
Yeah, like it was.
Even back
It
in
was
the
like
day.
KD was the cheapest, Kobe was in the middle, and then LeBron was always the most expensive. But LeBron's back then were for the big guy.
They were for the big guy, but you could also could tell they put a lot of tech into the shoe.
Yeah.
The materials kind of made sense for it. The design made sense for it. You could feel how much better it felt when you put it on. So like I get it for that standpoint. But now it's
Kyrie was the
like
same way. Kyrie
Kyrie's and
Kyrie was in
KD's were
that KD four
yeah
round too.
yeah
When he
they
stayed cheap, he was good.
yeah
Every kid had it. It was good. It was in the hood. It was everywhere.
yeah those shoes were like $100, and that was really good. To get $100 shoe that was popular by one of the best players in the league, that was good. Like people really enjoyed that. But now it's like everything's so expensive. Back to my first point,
Yeah.
everything's just so expensive now, and it makes it hard for people to like want things because it's like, okay, I can get a LeBron or a KD or something. It's gonna cost me 220, but this new retro is gonna cost me 220. These foam posits are gonna cost me 230. Like retros,
230. I thought they were like
retro.
300 now.
No, foam posits are still around the same
I
price,
feel like phone pauses have
and that's the
increased in
crazy thing
price.
to think about. Retros used to be 160. The foam posit was 200.
Isn't that Tijan or Tijing one that China one? Isn't that like
I think it's
275
250
or
maybe, but that's like that's. I don't want to say it makes sense for that, but it's not just a regular
I don't
foam
want
posit.
that motherfucker though.
It's not
I
a
don't
regular
even
one.
I don't even buy or wear foams,
Yeah,
but that motherfucker is so nice.
yeah. But now retros are almost the same price as foam posits,
Yes,
and that's crazy.
it is.
Very crazy.
I
But
remember buying pink foam posits for $190,
yeah,
and I remember flipping the shit out of all those things when I was younger.
yeah. So yeah, shoes are getting ridiculous. But
Hell yeah.
um,
Let me see.
yeah,
And then you
man.
got remember when Nike was like really big on the tech where they started adding the trackers, the Nike Plus stuff.
Yeah. I still use the Nike Plus app. It doesn't really. You have to manually track everything, but I still use it when I go running and stuff outside. I'll use it. I have a couple friends that still use it too, but now everybody uses the Strava app. I think Strava. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I know a lot of people that use that now for like their runs or if they're into like bike riding. That's like the
Oh,
app
that's
to
what tells
use
them the
now.
distance and everything.
Yeah, I think it tracks it
Oh,
for you. So that's like the big thing to use now for a lot of people. I think people have migrated since so many people. There's so much better running shoes than Nike now that most people don't even go to Nike for runners. They have a few bangers here and there, but yeah, most people are using that app. So
now
yeah,
when it comes to like, we talked about how like obviously shoes are expensive.
hmm
Do you feel like clothes are expensive just as well?
yes, and I could say that from a viewpoint of being a brand owner and a consumer. Clothes are expensive. Certain clothes are expensive. A lot of these brands that me and you like Supreme, Kith, Palace, Billionaire Boys Club, Bape. T-shirts being $100 is crazy. I'm sorry. Like I get that there's heavier quality, thicker quality T-shirts, and I know how much these people are paying because I have wholesale accounts for a lot of these places where you can get these blanks, and you're literally just paying for the name. And I'm not saying that to say that, oh, you should stop buying from these brands, but I also realistically t-shirt shouldn't be $100. I don't think there's ever been a t-shirt that I paid $100 for and I was like, damn, this actually feels worth the $100, because I've paid $70 for shirts that felt good, but I've also bought blanks for whatever price I bought them at, and they felt just as good, if not better. And I know these places aren't paying that much to make these shirts. They're probably paying $6 or $7. They're probably making hundreds of shirts, but they're probably paying like $8 a piece for these shirts to be made and charging y'all $100. And again, that's not to knock the brand or the price or anything. People are going to pay what they want to pay. People love to pay for things that they know other people like or are into. but clothing is so expensive, man. The fact that t-shirts are almost the same price as a jacket or a hoodie is crazy to me.
And then the hoodie be like $200 plus.
Yeah.
I swear to you, I'm not trying to sound old. What the fuck is Valley?
So I think he's based out of Houston. It's one guy, if I'm not mistaken. And he just started making clothes a couple years ago, and it just took off. And now all the resale shops carry it. He has 3 flagship stores, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and it's pretty flooded in the streets right now. I mean, it
So it's
has
a
been.
readily available product. It's not like limited releases.
I mean, it's kind of limited, but
Oh.
he also wholesales it to, I think, stores.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was like, I
but I
always
think I
see
think
it.
I think a lot of the resale shops carry it. It may be a few boutiques here and there, but yeah, it's just I think it's just one guy. Um,
No, what do you think about with so as a brand owner and brand
hmm
like a clothing creator,
hmm
what is it? What about now? Like, is it about? Are you still selling the clothing, or are you more so selling the like lifestyle? I've seen that talk before when it comes to like clothing, like having your own brand. Like you have to like either sell the clothes
hmm
as is, or you're selling like a lifestyle with the clothes. Like,
I think you're doing both because anybody can buy the clothes doesn't mean your lifestyle changes. Me and you could buy the same shirt doesn't mean our life is going to be the same because we bought that same shirt.
correct.
Doesn't mean we're going to get the same response. I can show you what a lifestyle looks like, but I could also be selling you a dream.
True.
Like to put into other terms, let's say I think we talk about this all the time. Me and you both can go buy a Lamborghini right now. Doesn't mean that it changes who we are as a person.
Correct.
Like our core person, our core us is still gonna be the same. We just got a Lamborghini. There are people that think because I bought this Lamborghini, now I'm Superman or Superwoman or I'm the president, but that doesn't change what people think about you. If anything, that just brings fake people to you or fake hopes and dreams or whatever you want to call it. But I think when you're selling people a product, you could sell them the story, but you can also sell them the product. I think for me, I think the story part is just the fun part to kind of show you how it looks on other people and how other people feel in it, or the story or the inspiration behind the piece to help you put it into perspective how you could see yourself wearing it or how you feel about it. But for me, making clothes, I just want people to like the clothes, no matter what financial state you're in, no matter what social group you're in. I just want to make something for everybody. I don't want it to be. I don't want my clothing to be a thing where you have to be in this circle in order to get it. I feel like I'm limiting myself if I do that.
So you're not stressed about making it all about the exclusivity.
Not necessarily.
Right.
There are some things that I do make that are exclusive, but it's not to like single people out. It's just, hey, I don't want to make this many of this.
Right.
It doesn't need to be flooded. But all in all, I want everybody to be able to buy something of mine and feel like they can buy something of mine and not like, oh, I don't fit this certain look or social group of people. It's not for me. I want to make something. I know every single piece is not going to be for everybody. I know that for a fact. But I know if people go to my site, there should be at least one or two things that people feel connected to. And that's all I care about. That's literally it for me. But I know that's not the same for everybody, which is why when you think about like certain like car manufacturers or certain like jewelry, like watch companies or anything, those typically those people, those companies or people have a certain audience that they want to cater to. Those places or those companies don't want to cater to everybody, and that's okay too. But that's not for me. What do you think?
I think when it comes to brand, I think selling on the lifestyle of the brand is a really good way to sell the product. You're still selling a product no matter what. But like
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, look at this. This is the shirt or this is the pants.
Mm-hmm.
These two go together," and like showing it with a model
Mm-hmm.
is different than just having the model casually wear the clothes and you catch them in like a party or a rave or like you've done the skateboarding scenario
Mm-hmm.
and you catch them doing that. So then it helps the customer or potential customer figure out if they can imagine themselves doing that,
Yeah.
or not even just imagine themselves doing it, just seeing the product in movement. Because I think a lot of times seeing a shirt or a pair of pants on a website with it not being on a person or it not being in movement
Mm-hmm.
kind of takes away from the product.
I can agree. I also will say to that, I think we're in a day and age where most people would assume that companies or brands have social media presence. So typically, if we want to talk about just clothing in general, if I come across a brand that I like, 100% of the time, I'm going to assume that they have an Instagram that I can check out, or like a YouTube or a Facebook, right? And I know that I can go there to see all the like lifestyle shoots and things of that nature that I want to see. So when I go to your website, all I'm pretty much doing when at least I'll speak from my personal shopping habits, right? When you get familiar with a brand, you almost don't really need to be sold anything.
Correct. You just go because you're already going off of
We
previous.
we can talk about Supreme. We know how Supreme operates. We know Supreme is a skateboarding company at the end of the day. They might not highlight skateboarding all the time, but we know that Supreme is all about skateboarding and streetwear, right? So no matter what they drop, from the time that we learned about that 20 years ago till now, we pretty much know what we're going to expect when we get something from them. A lot of the times we know their t-shirts or their designs or collabed with an artist or a certain time period, or it's like their own artwork or something, right? We don't really need to go to their Instagram to see it on somebody. If we see the piece, we know if we want it or not. Now, it is good to do that for newcomers because you're always going to have somebody that's not familiar with you. And it is cool to see it on body and see how it is styled and how it's paired with other things. But once you get familiar with the brand, you don't really need all of that. Like, yes, it's refreshing to like see, but you don't need that. But um for those brands that you're not familiar with, you do want to see that. I don't know how this is supposed to be worn. I'm not sure how this is fitting. I'm not sure the aesthetic of this brand. So let me go check out your YouTube or your Instagram to kind of see the vibes and figure out, if that's for me. And there are brands out there that maybe you come across online. You're like, oh, this is cool. But then you go to like the social media and you're just like, oh, well, I like this one piece, but I don't know if I would ever, wear other things or something, right? I think we've all come across that. But I think it really just depends on how you shop as a person. And I do like the fact of like putting the on body images of like models wearing it on the website too. And that's something that I've kind of starting to do where like the start like the cover product picture would be like a image flat of the product, and then like if you hover over it, it'll highlight to like somebody wearing it. I think that's cool. I think that's good to do.
That's a great thing to do.
Measurements also, because clothing fits so oddly nowadays that I almost feel like unless you know the brand, you can't just blindly buy something. I feel like it's kind of hard to do nowadays. Like you almost can't just buy something from a brand that you're unfamiliar with without checking a size chart or something.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like everybody's
Because
buying a
everything
Gildan tee or
is
something.
made so crazy now. A lot of box cuts, a lot of oversized, a lot of stuff that short people can't fit, maybe a lot of stuff that tall people might not be able to wear. You almost kind of got to do your research with anything now because fashion is so all over the place that you just don't know what you might be getting into. And you would be crazy not to check for real.
You go buy some baggy shorts, you don't realize how baggy they meant.
Yeah. It's the same thing with the Easy Supply stuff. The easy stuff, I like the price point of all the easy stuff. I really do.
I like
I
the
like
price
the
point.
pieces that he's dropping. What I do hate, the sizing is very inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
There's no size chart really on the site at all. It's just the Japanese 1, 2, 3 sizing. Doesn't really tell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wait time.
Yeah.
And there's a couple on body pictures of some of the product, but most of the product, a lot of it is on people that don't really look like. You could say that a lot of the product on his website doesn't look like you. And that's not to say like a color thing, but a sizing thing, right? A lot of these brands will um
Does it have the red dot? Oh, okay.
yeah, all right, y'all. Sorry about that. I accidentally unplugged the mic. But what I was saying was is like for him it's like he could look on a site and not to like single him out or anything, but a lot of the times a lot of these brands that we're familiar with, they don't really use like different size bodies like that outside of like maybe like Nike or something. Most of the time, the people are just like really skinny or just like very slim. And it's like, it might help for somebody like me, but if you're a little bit bigger or if you're like muscular or anything, because none of us are built the same, it's just like, that's not really helping anybody. So having measurements and things of that nature, or at least even just stating like, hey, clothing might fit bigger or fit smaller definitely helps. And that's something I've learned just like from trial and error when just like selling product. But I do know it seems like when people are familiar with your brand or your work, a lot of the times they don't care about anything else. They just want to buy whatever it is that they want to buy. So that's a good point.
Yeah. And then, do you think having different sized models, do you think it helps as much as it should usually, or no?
Um, I think it helps no matter what because people always just, again, we're two totally different people.
Mm-hmm.
So we might not see things fitting the same way. Like, I think that having different models in general, which I don't know if some of y'all might be familiar with my brand, but I try to use different people and different body types all the time because you just never know who's checking out your brand. And
Right.
yeah, I could probably use skinny people all the time or like curly haired people all the time or light skin or brown skin people all the time. But if I want to sell and reach as many people as I can, I need to use different walks of life. Like it just makes sense.
Yeah, we need that variety.
You got to. Because again, there's been a lot of times when I've done these shoots and in my head, I'm like, oh, I want to use this person for this. I want to use this person for this, right? When we get to the shoot, it doesn't fit them how I envision it. And now I'm switching up how I want things to be. And then there's some things, there's been a lot of times, and I've admitted this to a lot of my friends. There's been a lot of times where like I've had these people reach out to me like, hey, I want a model. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, I don't know if I really could see you in the vision that I have for what I want to shoot, but I'll still give them a chance. And then after the shoot, I'm like, man, I'm so glad I chose them because they actually work out way better than I thought. There's been a couple people, and I don't want to say names because I don't want to like call them out in case they're like embarrassed by it or anything, or I don't want people to like take it the wrong way. But there's definitely been a couple people, even within the last year, where I'm thinking to myself, man, I don't think you have a streetwear look. And they didn't have a streetwear look, but they look good in almost everything that they wear. So I just try to be mindful of that, and it just really has made me realize that like you definitely just gotta have different people, and sometimes things will just work out better than what you think.
Yeah, you're
So
a chef in the kitchen. You gotta have different flavors.
yeah, you can't use the same formula for everything, or you're gonna get the same results
So why
with
do you
that.
think? Why do you think high end designers still use the same formula of like they're always doing like runways and walks with like that same build?
I think it's easier when you've already have a very solid foundation. And a lot of these brands have done it for so long now that they don't really have to change much.
Like, and I could appreciate like the walk, like the inspiration of it. Hear me out. Sometimes, or a lot of times, I should say, these designers be having some of the coldest pieces,
Uh-huh.
but they don't be putting the shit together like it should have been. Like they'll take a whole suit
Yeah.
and then they'll put some fucking raincoat on top,
Yeah.
and then have some weird shoes in combo with it with some extra, like they got 3 layers of shirts on, and they're like, what's going on here? Why does this look so There's too much going on here. And then now you've overcrowded the outfit, it looks like to me, and then it's the one piece that was nice you can't see.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at stuff like that before. I was like wondering, like, why do they do it like that? Or like sometimes like you might have a jacket and then you might have a pair of pants. Yes, they go in a set, but they're not probably something you would wear together.
Yeah, so from my POV of being a brand owner, um, a lot of times, because I've done this before, I'll put a full outfit together with like a t-shirt or like a long sleeve, and I know it should probably get highlighted by itself, but at the same time, I'm just like, well, it's just a t-shirt. You'll see the image flat on the website. But seeing the t-shirt paired with something else might give you a vision of what you could do with, said piece.
Yes.
And sometimes maybe the focal point isn't on the t-shirt because the t-shirt is like such a basic item in that collection that you really want to highlight all the other stuff because that's like the most important thing. And it's not to say that you shouldn't highlight the basic because you definitely should still highlight a basic. But even with me, I've gotten so caught up in a moment with like a tracksuit or like a denim set where I wanted to capture the overall vibe of like the fit being put together versus capturing the t-shirt with just the jacket or capturing the t-shirt with just the jeans. So it really just depends. I feel like on the person or the creative director or whatever you want to call it. That's just my take on it. Not sure what everybody else's is, but sometimes I just forget, honestly. Especially since I'm the one that's like shooting the pictures and like choosing the outfits for people. I simply will just forget. But a lot of times I try to shoot everything at least once. And sometimes, well, not even sometimes, I always try to make it a goal for at least 2 people to wear the same thing because I know 2 different people, each person is going to wear it differently. So I always try to shoot everything twice. And then sometimes I just forget to shoot certain things because I'm just so caught up in the moment. So
shout out to the ladies and gents that modeled for you too.
Yeah, shout out
They're
to
all
everybody.
Cool people.
Shout out to everybody that's modeled Mellow. It's been a fun experience. It's definitely helped the brand grow. Just meeting so many different people that kind of just want a creative push and just wants to like just be in a room with other creatives. It's been very fun. It's been very cool to just see the growth and see also those same people have other opportunities with other brands and stuff too. I think that's my biggest goal is to work with other creatives and help open doors for them versus just helping me. So it's cool to see that become a thing.
Oh, I was gonna say I do have on the I can't remember, was this from the Grape? Was it a Grapevine event?
Yeah, so I think that shirt was from when I did one of the Grapevine pop up things a couple of years ago. It was a minute ago, but yeah, shout out to everybody who's ever modeled for Mello. I appreciate y'all so much. And a lot of y'all have became like family for real. I know I call a lot of y'all like my cousins, brothers and sisters and stuff like that. But it really does feel like almost like a family get together when we like shoot again because everybody's familiar with each other. We're all comfortable with each other, even with the newcomers. We make them feel welcomed and at ease. So shout out to all of y'all. And we about to get back to it because I feel like it's been a minute since we shot. And summer is here. and I got some plans up my sleeves. So y'all just be ready to shoot. Hopefully y'all watching this, but or listening. But yeah, shout out to that. That's been a really good. That's been one of my favorite things. I feel like the last 2 years is really just pushing myself to work with new people, but allowing new people to kind of just try something that they maybe didn't think they would be able to do. That's been really cool to see.
Yeah, definitely. It's actually kind of cool to see you work too, because
And they're like a
just because
chicken.
you're just always super to yourself, you're usually pretty like introverted, but then you're like kind of extrovert in that, and it's kind of interesting to see that.
Yeah, having a brand has definitely made me a more social person. And I actually wish I would have did it a lot sooner. Uh, and it's crazy because like I be catching mellow stuff in the wild, or like y'all will see stuff and y'all send it to me, or like even last week somebody called the store and they were asking about a shoe or something, and they was like, "Yo, is this Boogie?" And I was like, "Yeah," and they was like, "Oh, I like your brand, man. It's really nice. I'm gonna cop something I've been meaning to, but blah 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 blah." And I was just like, "Damn, man, that's a wild moment." Somebody recognizes you when they call your job's phone just to tell you they like your stuff. Um, but yeah, man, yeah, shout out to all of y'all. We don't have to get too much into that, but um, yeah. I know time is a little over an hour, but
Yeah.
is there any last a last topic or anything that you wanted to just get off before the end of it or anything? You don't have to, but
I mean, the only thing else I don't want to be. I don't want to bite off of other pods or anything like that. But it only works out because of the name.
mm-hmm.
How you feel about a homeboy hotline?
A what?
Homeboy hotline. Like we get people like on like on the phone or whatever, and then we just let them talk, like either tell us a story or some shit.
I wouldn't be against it. But
We gotta figure. We can figure all the
I
semantics.
do
with
want
it.
people to come up on the podcast and talk.
Yeah,
though.
definitely. I think it'd be cool.
I think there's been a handful of people already that messaged me and like, "Hey, I would love to come and just kick it with y'all and just talk."
Yeah. We're gonna definitely have to add a chair or something to this.
Yeah,
I got one, so we'll make it work.
Oh, and
I kinda wanna get a-
Austin also told me
Next
that
week.
his office is opening up some space. So if we did want to have guests versus bringing them to your house, because I know your house is where you lay your head, and I
Yeah,
don't want to
private.
bring random people to your whereabouts,
We could do that there.
that he might have a space for us to just do it there. So that way we don't have random people coming
Oh yeah, I'm not
to your
against
space.
it.
Because I wouldn't want
Sick.
to, I mean, personally, I wouldn't bring somebody here that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't bring somebody here that I'm not familiar with, because again, this is where you lay your head and this is your private property. But we definitely want people to be on here to just talk and just kick it. And I think Austin is probably going to be one of our first people. So shout out to him anyway. But we've also known that man for like 10 plus years.
Definitely.
So that's a little different. But yeah, shout out to y'all, because a lot of y'all definitely have said that y'all want to get on here and speak y'all mind about things and just kick it. So we appreciate y'all. This is episode 2. It's been fun. It actually makes us look forward to something each week outside of what we already do. And we could finally say that we got to do something that we've talked about doing for years now. So yeah, man, I hope y'all have a good week, a good month. A new month is starting tomorrow. A good summer, because summer is officially here for most of us.
Mm-hmm.
Any last words you got to say or anything?
No, nothing else. But it's about to be hoochie daddy weather. Officially, it's
God.
hoochie daddy season.
Oh,
the
no.
shorts are finna be hiked
Oh,
up
no.
above the kneecaps.
Not niggas in they 2-piece sets.
Oh no 2-piece sets for me, sir.
2-piece.
No, sir.
Nah, 2-piece knee knockers. Y'all
Knee
wild.
knockers is insane.
Y'all some wild boys. 2-piece knee knockers. serious? With the mixed drink or whatever you want to call it.
with the with a lemon drop.
Oh my god, you niggas are sick. Y'all are sick. 2-piece sets with a lemon drop is nasty, very nasty.
What's so wrong with the?
And y'all
with
pastel 2-piece linen sets.
Hey man, I think
No water
hear me
nearby
out.
Indiana.
Hear me out. I was about to say the only way the 2-piece set is cool is if you on vacation.
You niggas is wearing 2-piece.
I'm not
sets
wearing
to
that
go
shit
to
out.
Broad Ripple.
Oh nah. Cause then you doing that. I don't know, man. Like
Y'all wearing
rocking a 2-piece set like that outside of a vacay, I'm good. Cause like that's a vacay fit. Like I'm wearing streetwear for the most part, anyways.
I'm not wearing no 2-piece linen set,
Because
bro.
if I'm wearing a linen set, I'm wearing some sandals, some mules.
I'm not doing that at
I
all.
need to get me some
I'll wear the
mules,
shorts
too.
and a t-shirt or something, but I don't need a 2-piece linen nothing. 2-piece nothing.
You got you some loafers yet?
No.
You need to get you some loafers,
I'm
brother.
good, man.
Yeah, you need to get you some.
I'm good. I'll stick to my little bougie Salehi Crocs. I'll stick to my bougie Salehi Crocs and call it a day. I ain't wearing no. The only linen I got in my house
Is a Air Force One linen.
man. But yeah, shout out to y'all. No offense to anybody that wears that. Like y'all do y'all. It's just a joke. But yeah, man, summer is here. Shout out to y'all.
Nah, he really hates them.
Nah. Shout out to everybody listening to us for week number 2. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the love on that first Instagram reel too. That was very unexpected. But yeah, I'm Boogie.
I'm Herb.
And we'll talk to you
Later.
next time. Peace.